Now, of late, apart from Omtata, there's been a name that has been rotating in various social media platforms. That is the name of Dr. Fred Kengonga Matiang'i, where most of these Gen Zs and millennials, all even the bloggers who have been circulating the name, have been showing that Matiang'i is the best candidate to take over Kenya in 2027. On my opinion, I feel Matiang'i must be in the government of 2027. The reason why, I feel that Matiang'i has a good track record on streamlining things. Therefore, I support Omtata to become the presidential candidate, but Matiang'i should be the head of maybe public service or having one of the senior most positions as a cabinet secretary. That will help streamline various dockets in the country. However, there are reasons as to why I feel that Omtata and Matiang'i, Omtata is better than Matiang'i. First one, Omtata is active all through. In all occasions before, Omtata has never been elected except when he was elected in 2022 as the senator of Busia County. And in all these times before 2022, Omtata had been very active on various courts where he was petitioning the government on various issues that were against the rule of law. So we found Omtata giving his opinions, challenging the government in court, and actually winning some cases and relieving some Kenyans some pressure. So I feel that Omtata's role on activism and being very active, particularly on the political terrain, I feel like he's one of the best candidates. How does that disadvantage Matiang'i? Matiang'i, before the election of Uhuru Kenyatta in 2013, Matiang'i was nowhere. After that, Matiang'i became very active when he was in power. But after 2022, Matiang'i is nowhere to be seen. Nobody knows where he is. Nobody is hearing anything from him as far as the political terrain is concerned. Nobody is hearing the challenges that we are facing. Him talking about the challenges we are facing as a country, and therefore giving room for Omtata to be much more closer to the people than himself. Another thing, I feel that Omtata has the support of the Gen Z than Matiang'i. Why? Omtata is present when the Gen Zs are fighting for justice in the country. He has been there and attending their concerts. He has been voicing himself as far as the issues of the Gen Zs are concerned. Therefore, he has the better hand when it comes to the Gen Z and millennial support. Also, I feel that Matiang'i deeds before, when he was in the government, some of them were not good. During his time, we had so many bodies being dumped at Rivayala. Apart from the dumping of the bodies, in some cases, there was going against the constitution, particularly the court orders, and actually was accused by Omtata himself. He went to courts in various occasions, challenging the government, which was led, and some of the things that were suggested and being fought for by Matiang'i. And therefore, I feel that Omtata, he is at more advantage than Matiang'i because of the past of Matiang'i. Also, considering the past of Matiang'i, there was an issue that he was linked with, that is the Ruaraka land. That Ruaraka land was almost, I think, 2 billion shillings. During this time, we had Omtata still championing for the rights of Kenyans against corruption, Now, Omtata is very clean. There is nobody that can associate him with any form of corruption in the country. That's why most people prefer him to be the cleanest person to take over the government coming in 2027. Now, Matiang'i also had an issue with police brutality, where he had the police also, there were demonstrations still during that time, and we saw the way the police used to act. And I feel like, personally, Matiang'i also used excessive power with the police. And also, Matiang'i was not so much listened to the ground, but in real sense, he was attending the issues that were affecting Kenyans across. However, Matiang'i cannot lack his strengths, because I know very well Matiang'i had a good track record in various ministries that is streamlined during his regime with Uhuru Kenyatta, particularly on the issues to do with the interior docket, considering the education and also the IT sector. He did very well. Now, Omtata is also brave. Omtata, despite being outside the government, he has been still fighting the government from outside. He has been taking the government to court. He has been in court with battles with the government. He has been on the streets fighting against the government, and that has been really portraying him as one of the brave, most courageous political activists in the country. Now, Matiang'i was once, Ruto was once after Matiang'i after the 2022 general elections. Matiang'i was really hunted by most of the policemen, and actually, we had him leave for the UK, come back to the country without anyone knowing how he left to the UK. Coming back, he went to the DCI, was grilled. After that, Matiang'i was scared and he disappeared completely up to now. Therefore, most people see Matiang'i to be as fearful. But when he speaks, he comes out as to be one of the bravest guys. But when he was now challenged politically, Matiang'i was scared and he left the country. Now, the last thing is that Matiang'i, right now as we speak, is not in the country. And Matiang'i is losing touch with the people, therefore making him not better than Omtata in any way. And if he stays more or further outside the country, Okiya Omtata is going to get further roots in the country, and coming 2027, Matiang'i might be able to be forced to bend low to listen to what Okiya Omtata is saying, particularly on the governance in the country. My name is Abel Mokwa. Kindly make sure that you subscribe, like, and comment, because that's the best support you can always give this channel.